on. Miracle. Take a moment to think what happens when you suddenly slip into your deep sleep with all your senses intact and wake up next morning totally self-aware. What happened to that sensorial experience when you were asleep, and how did you regain your self-consciousness back the next morning? Have you ever given a thought about it? Marvel of nature's engineering, human brain. Did consciousness evolve like a bolt of lightning, or is it a genetic evolution? According to the scientists, matter evolved first and then the mind evolved. That is, the highly complex structure of the human brain evolved over the years and gave birth to consciousness. I would say this is a bottom-up approach where you traverse from matter to mind. But while the spiritual world has a totally opposite explanation, which you would consider as a top-down approach, there is the soul or the mind which connects to the body, that is, mind to body. Isn't it interesting? But no one has ever clearly has a claim on the truth about how consciousness evolved in humans. Human brain in structure is very homogeneous in terms of structure, that is, we all have similar kind of brains. But why self is unique to us? I can say I, and I can refer to you as you. How is it possible, even though we have the same structure of brain within ourselves? So if you all agree with me, I would say there is some bit of information stored in our body somewhere which allows us to identify ourselves. So let us concentrate, let us visualize a model. And if I draw two systems, system 1 and system 2, and connect it with an arrow, what does this mean? These two systems are interconnected and they coexist. If I apply the same logic to human body, then we have brain and our body with somewhere self hidden. The elusive problem today is, what is the self, what is the definition of self, and where does it come from? The recent scientific studies has revealed interesting facts about self-consciousness. The imaging technologies, what we have today, allows us to go inside the brain, living brain, and observe the brain activity. Based on that, there is a very small region called brain stem, which connects our brain to our body. There are two parts in this brain stem, and if you damage the first part of the brain stem, then the person goes into coma, a state where you're totally unaware of yourself, and even though the mental images are flowing through your mind, and it's just that you've lost the thought that you exist in this world. That's coma. And if you damage the other part of the brainstem, it's completely opposite. The person goes into paralysis. So that means you're totally aware of yourself, but you're imprisoned within your body and frozen. Totally horrific condition. So by this analysis and studies, it is pretty much clear that is brain stem, this part of your body which connects your brain to the spinal cord, is the place from where you get the self. So it is observed that this part of a body helps our brain to store a unique brain map, which we hold as reference to ourselves in relation to all other brain maps or processing or memory what we do in our day-to-day life. That reference helps you to wake up next day and realize who you are. So, isn't it fascinating to learn about self-consciousness? So, are you all aware of aware of yourself now at this right moment.
Yes.
Okay. So now that I've told some history about the self-consciousness and I've made you aware of yourself, what lies next? Something more unique to humankind, that is creativity. What is creativity? Creativity is the cognitive ability of human beings to be able to choose a specific pathway or a pattern to solve a problem. Conscious reasoning, use of language for communication, and reasoning, being totally aware of yourself and your surroundings is called creativity. So how does this creativity evolve? It's based on your ideas and thoughts which are generated from your experiences and the mental images which are formed in your brain because of its extremely powerful sensory and auditory capabilities of our brain. So all the animals, along with human beings, are also seen to be having this brain stem. So they're all self-conscious too. Your dog at your home is also self-conscious. But what makes us a creative species? That's because we have a highly evolved upper part of our brain called the cerebral structure, which is capable of processing innumerable information and forming the mental images. So now we also learn that we are creative geniuses. So if we are unique, if we are creative geniuses, the next question is, are we leveraging all these creative abilities to the fullest? Or are we killing our creative abilities to whatever extent possible growing up in life? Are we killing our creativity which once we had as a child? If we are creatively different, we are unique, then why we have an education system which is same for all of us? So this makes us think that if we are totally different, why we have a same education system? So we have to think, deduce, explore real world in our original ideas and build a beautiful world for our future generations. Nurture their cognitive capabilities and brilliance. Give a world, gift a world which we might not see, but they feel blissful about. Thank you.